All right, what's up, guys? This is Roman Gennaro, host of Empire Sports Talk, and we are continuing our week-long series of myself and Bruce Bradley breaking down our jersey number picks. In the last video, we broke down 30 through 25, and in this video, we're breaking down 24 through 19. We're going in descending order, so this one is 24 through 19. Take a look. Before I even say this, you know where I'm going, so you kick us off. 24.
24. This was interesting because I was tempted to double up here, but I didn't want to cheat. So I went with probably where you're at, Ken Griffey.
What would be cheating?
Well, you know, the Mamba.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say, hey man.
I don't think that's cheating. He played as many years wearing 24 as he did.
This is true.
8.
Literally, yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's not a thing. It's here he is. Here he is, and it's not fully in frame, but literally Ken Griffey Jr.'s jersey is right here. It's right here. This is a jersey I've wanted to get for years.
Yeah. And
it was my last purchase when I left my old company. And it's that man made me fall in love with baseball.
Really?
A 20+ year love affair because of that man.
I love that.
And like, if I could have any Ken Griffey Jr., if you happen to see this episode, if I could have any celebrity as an interview, it's you. Please.
Please see.
I'll do anything.
Griffey is that dude. Man.
That's my guy. I did have 2 here just for the sake of you can't not mention him. Willie Mays. Say hey, Willie Mays. One of the reasons that Barry Bonds wore 25 is because his father wore 24 before they retired it for Willie. Willie wore 24. Willie was Barry Bonds' godfather. And when Barry was little, Willie told him, because Barry said, "I want to be just like you," and Willie said, "I want you to be better than me, so wear 25." So Barry wore 25 because Willie told him to, because Willie said, "I want you to be better than me."
Wow.
Now, when Barry started his career with the Pirates, he did wear 24 because he wanted to be like Willie.
Wow.
But then when he was traded to San Francisco, where his father played, where Willie played, and 24 was obviously was out by that time. It was 25. So I feel like you have to mention Willie Mays. But for me, I have so much love for Willie Mays. But for me, it's will always be Ken Griffey Jr. until the last breath that is in my body.
I love it.
And we can just slide right through this one. It's not even. He's on the wall, people.
Goes without saying.
He's on the wall. You could say LeBron James, but he doesn't even know what number he wants. So, LeBron's great, but we just talked about how LeBron's agent wanted him to wear 9 to stand out, and he didn't want to do it because he wanted to be like Mike, and he's been chasing Mike his whole career, and he can't. It's Mike, people. Yeah, it's Mike, and there's really no second because Mike made 23 something.
Exactly. Before
Mike, nobody wore 23 for any reason. It was a weird number. And now just look at it. It's one of the prettiest numbers to exist.
Yes.
It just looks good on every jersey. It looks good in every sport. Like, because there are some numbers that just don't look good. Mm-hmm. Like, one of the ugliest numbers to me is 36. That has never looked good on anyone ever. I am the biggest Jerome Bettis fan in the world. No. It's the ugliest number. No, I've never seen anyone be like, you know what number would be good? 36. Mm-hmm. It's ugh. All right. 22. One of my favorite numbers. 22.
I got Emmett.
You are correct. I do too. We talked about him earlier. One of my favorite running backs. Yeah. Arguably the greatest of all time, unless you know who Barry Sanders is. And here we are. Okay. You have surprisingly few choices on this one. 21.
Surprisingly few choices.
You think you'd have more, but you don't.
KG, man.
I mean, I thought about KG because he was my favorite player. Like we all go through that phase where we want to be a professional in every sport. Uh-huh. Like you get really obsessed with baseball, you want to be a professional. Like you get really obsessed with football, you want to be a professional football player. I got really obsessed with basketball for about 2 years, and I really wanted to be an NBA player.
Yeah.
And that dude was KG.
KG, man.
And that was when he was like rebound title after rebound title. But I had to go with the man who finished his career with exactly 3,000 hits. He has his number retired by the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they have a day every year dedicated to him where the entire team is allowed to wear 21. The only other time that happens is Jackie Robinson Day, and that's by the entire league. And the Pirates are trying to make this happen for the league on this day. It's Roberto Clemente. He has an award named after him for like the humanitarian of the league that year. He died tragically in an airplane accident during his career.
Right.
So he happened to have exactly 3,000 hits.
Yeah.
Which you may not know is like.
It's crazy.
Is like a benchmark. It's like if you get 3,000, you're like a Hall of Famer automatically. If you get 3, and he had exactly 3,000. And so it's for me. KG is a great pick. I thought about KG. Yeah. You can't not think about KG. Right. I thought about Roger Clemens because when he was with the Red Sox, he wore 21. But for me, growing up, he played for the Yankees and wore 22, and I was a big fan of Roger. Also, before I knew what steroids was, it's a theme in my life. Learning about steroids was tough. And speaking of steroids, I think 25 was the number of the official number of steroids. Mark McGwire wore it, Rafael Palmeiro wore it, Barry Bonds wore it. Yeah, they all wore it. Where is he?
Crazy.
I don't think he's up here anymore. I think I moved him. But I had Mark, and he's over there. Okay, 20. I've already said his name 1,000 times. For me, it's Barry. If he hadn't retired early,
the Juke King,
he would be undoubtedly
that's the
best
guy I could just sit and look at film on all day long and just.
Also, not a lot of 20s to choose from.
Yeah,
but it's a pretty number. If we're talking about if we're talking about how numbers look, it looks good. It looks good.
It looks good on a jersey.
All right, so there's not a lot of choices. It's unanimous. This one is interesting because this is also one where you don't have a lot of choices. It's kind of ugly. 19.
This, I don't know about legendary, but I do remember watching this guy and speaking towards the time when, you wanted to be like a pro athlete.
Oh, who is this guy?
He was one of them. Because I saw myself as a wideout in the NFL.
Oh, I know where you're going. I didn't even think about him.
Loudmouth Keyshawn Johnson.
Yep, hit it. Yep.
I used to rock with Keyshawn, man. That dude.
As soon as you said whiteout, I knew it. Okay, I'm going in the Wayback Machine. Okay. But mostly because 19 is a weird number. I didn't even think about Keyshawn. That's how weird it is. Mm-hmm. Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas. The only other thing that I thought about, but obviously this person is more synonymous with a different number, is when Joe Montana was traded to the Chiefs at the end of his career, he wore 19. Mm-hmm. But I got to go Johnny. It's Johnny. Baltimore Colts. I'm a Colts fan now. It's Johnny. And like we said, 19 is weird. 19 there's not a lot of choices. And there you have it. We had some good discussion in that one. Some obvious picks, some not so obvious picks. We always love having Bruce on because you never know what's going to come up. You never know what we're going to talk about. He's one of our favorite guests, and this will not be the last we see of Bruce. Stay tuned for the next video in the series where we continue going down the list and we break down jersey numbers 18 through 13. Again, this is Roman Gennaro, host of the Empire Sports Talk podcast. See you on the next one.